One more recognition here before we get going with our keynote. And this is a special one. You know, we've been doing these awards every plenary starting yesterday. We had the Community Partner of the Year this morning. We had the Professional of the Year yesterday at lunch. This one is the Gear Up Family Leader of the Year, which, you know, is so critical in sort of the jigsaw puzzle of what we do. I mean, we have 85 Gear Up parents here participating in the Parent Leadership Institute. You know, the goal in that institute is not just about the concern for their own students in Gear Up. It's to create an army of parent mobilizers who care about all the kids in their community and community building. And the winner of this year's award from East St. Louis Gear Up there you go. You know, what was so convincing about the dedication of this parent, not only to her son James, but to all the kids in her community. And her story is compelling. We've known her for a number of years because she's been at our events. And I just want to read a little bit about her. And, you know, as a dad myself of an 8 and 10-year-old, you know, when I heard Alex Sheen yesterday around that, because I said I would, speech, and those napkin notes that one parent who was diagnosed with cancer, terminal cancer, you know, you're always on the quest to just be a better parent. And one of the key sort of variables in that is time, right, with everything else, and quality time. And, you know, our next awardee gives so much time to our community and to all kids. You know, it's just a role model. And every year I introduce the Family Leader of the Year, and I think, boy, I hope I'm like that as well. And so let me just tell you a little bit about Alexandria Montrece Taylor. She's the oldest of 3 children, born to Shirley Hannah. As a youngster, her voice could be heard on KMJM Magic 108 FM in St. Louis, Missouri, each week as a high school reporter. During her senior year of high school, she was diagnosed with myopic degeneration. Despite her illness, she persevered and is a 1990 graduate of East St. Louis Lincoln Senior High School. Although this condition eventually caused Mrs. Taylor to become legally blind, she has not let it prevent her from making her mark in her community. That's right. She's the proud mom of James, and I'm sure many would call her mom to many in her community. She's been the PTA president, the parent lead. She was East St. Louis' first Gear Up Fellow at the Parent Institute here at the NCEP conference. She's just a dynamo that's centered on commitment to young people and her community and pride in that. Please join me in welcoming our Family Leader of the Year.
Good afternoon, family. Giving all honor and praises to God, who is truly the head of my life. Words cannot express how honored I am to be here. Thank you, NCEP and Gear Up, for this recognition. I will cherish this forever because it represents the hard work that we, not just myself, do as a family in Gear Up 189. Dr. T and Ms. Brown, they saw something in me that I didn't even know I had in myself when they hired me to be the first Gear Up 189 Parent Fellow. The job allowed me to develop myself as a professional, and I now use these skills in the workplace today. Forgive me. One of my responsibilities as a parent fellow was to call the parents and encourage them to participate in the Gear Up 189 activities. It was one of the most fulfilling parts of my job because calling them, I never met a stranger. To see the parent engage with their students in the program was awesome. See, Gear 189 has lit a fire for knowledge in our babies, and our children now know with certainty that college changes everything. But the proof is in the pudding. We now have an increase from 4 students to 46 students participating in our Run and Start program. Yes. That's the dual enrollment program where our babies will graduate with an associate's degree the same year they receive their high school diploma. Yes, yes. And my son is one of those students because of Gear 189. We shout from the rooftop, Gear Up Works. Thank you, Ms. Lampkin, Mr. Epps, Ms. Johnson, Ms. Rucker, Ms. Beam, Ms. Morgan, Mr. Sugg, Ms. Thompson, Ms. Mayberry, Mr. Jackson, Mama, the Hannah family, the class of 2019 and 2020, yes, and the entire East St. Louis School District 189 staff for whatever part they played in helping me achieve this award by accepting me at the high school as a colleague and friend. Like any family, we argue, fuss, and fight. But also like family in Gear 189, we love each other. Yes. To my husband, James Taylor, thank you for being understanding while I work long hours at Gear Up. And to my son, James Taylor Jr., my driving force and the reason why I know about Gear 189, you have all you need to succeed. Keep God first. And to all of you who work to make sure that every student has access to college, thank you for all you do. Thank you. And one last thing, I cannot get off this stage without sharing our Gear Up chant. When we say G-U, one time, say it with me. G-U, you. Thank you.